Hello, we are live. We are live. Caught me unaware there. Welcome to the show, everyone. We are live on Sunday evening, digesting the Man United Spurs game, the Ipswich Villa game, and of course, all of the Saturday action. We are going to start, of course, looking at Man United 0, Spurs 3. It wasn't good. It wasn't good. Ten Hag. His days are numbered. I think it's fair to say that. I've done a poll. When will Erik Ten Hag be sacked as United manager? Will it be in the next 30 days? 45% of you think it will be. Will he have maybe this year, November, December, like going into the winter months? 27%. 8% think he'll be sacked next year. And 23% don't think he'll ever be sacked, which means he'll be a success and just leaves on good terms, or another club comes in for him. I'd be surprised if that one's true. We're, of course, reacting to what was a terrible game week 6 for many in terms of wildcard and all that jazz. But yeah, I've got some stuff to show you on Man United, and it's not pleasant reading. It's not pleasant reading at all. Guys, thank you for everyone that is joining in the live chat. We're going to get to the Man United digesting in just a second. If you want to come and say hi, then please do. Welcome to CH. Yeah, I didn't realize I was live. Thanks, CH. DJ Tone is in the house. Good result for Chai. Absolutely. I'd usually be streaming with Chai in this slot on Scout. The only reason we're not is, of course, he's at Old Trafford. And I'm pretty sure he sat with the United fans, which will be funny for FPL Chai. Evening, Harry. 90 all out. Fair play. Fair play. Hey, Dan. Hope you're well. Huge win. Coys. Palmer, 4 goals. Yeah. Who's on Palmer? Yeah, a few of you guys like Baka and Let's Talk are on Bruno. But look, genuinely, it's probably a good thing because you had to sell him anyway. And maybe if Bruno blanks but plays 90, Bruno owners just keep him and he gets another blank. I mean, he's a waste of a spot at the moment, isn't he? Doggy owners, yeah. Sack him tomorrow, please, says Cameron. Well, look, let's talk about Erik Ten Hag replacement, shall we? And then, of course, we're going to get on. Thank you. Yeah, I did punt on Sancho and then decided to change my mind. So, yeah, I had a terrible wild card. But look, let's have a look. Who do we think are the standout performers so far this game week? If you're going to... Oh, Meerkats absolutely smashed it. Love that. Just goes to show, in 1 week, you really can go from there to there. FPL Meerkat showing that's possible. Like, no one's happy at 3 million, but to 600k just off an 88. Like, I say just off an 88. 88's amazing. But you get a few things right, and it really can change for you. I had a similar game week last season where I went from the millions into the hundreds of thousands, and it was like ridiculous. Every season, you have one of those weeks where everything drops for you. And it's very, very possible, guys. Your weeks are still to come. So don't be too disheartened. You are speaking to a manager here. You're listening to a manager here that on his wild card decided to sell Robinson, 7-8 points. I also sold Salah, double digits. Jota, double digits-ish. I sold Gordon, double digits-ish. I sold Ollie Watkins, 11 points. I benched Morgan Rod. Like, it's the worst game week ever. And my wildcard hasn't gone well. But it is what it is. It is what it is. We have to be upbeat and positive because this week that's just happened that feels like it's huge for us, game week 6, is no different to game week 37 or game week 38 when really you don't care. You don't care the same way. Or game week 29 or whatever. It matters more because it's the start of the season, but it really shouldn't, guys. Okay, that's just a little bit of FPL mental health advice there. Like, it's 6 weeks in. These 6 weeks are the same importance as the 6 weeks we're going to get in 1 month of December alone. Might be more. How many game weeks do we get in December? Honestly, I bet we get 6. Okay, we get game week 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... 6, and then 4th of Jan. We have 6 game weeks in December. December has the same importance as the 2 months we've just had. Bear that in mind. Right, should we crack on with some review stuff? Before we do, I tell you what, Just tell me in the world where you're watching from. Hit me with a country or a city. Really keen to see where in the world you're watching from. We'll go through a few of them and then we'll review Man United, Spurs, Aston Villa, Leicester, of course. And guys, thank you as always for your support. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? If you want to hit the like button, that helps the algorithm. And obviously subscribe. I'm going to give away 5 channel memberships before the end of the show, but to win them, you've got to be subscribed. So 5 channel memberships will be given out in the next 30 minutes or so, but only will go to subscribers. So yeah, thanks team. Right, where in the world are you watching from? Colombo in Sri Lanka, love that. Joburg, Middlesbrough, Massachusetts, Dublin, Preston, USA, Chichester, Zimbabwe, Surrey. Love that. Loads in the UK, Manchester, Scotland, but also loads so far. There's always some South Africans watching. Well, we ends in Argentina. Australia working nights. Yeah, it's late there. Seattle. I just came back from Seattle 2 months ago. Loved it. India, Jamaica, Malaysia, Crete, Waterford. Love that, Eddie. Morocco, my sewing room, says CH. Absolute fave. Oh, and of course, Nigeria represented in Nepal as well. Right. Should we get to it? Okay, Man United. Who do we want? Put your name in the chat. It doesn't have to be one of the names mentioned. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 names mentioned in the chat. These are the bookies' odds for the next Man United manager. Excuse me. As things stand. Next Man United manager, according to Odds Checker, this was, I think, Bet365. It's the first one that came up on Odds Checker. Who do you want as the next Man United manager? Who do you think it goes to? Van Nistelrooy seems quite popular because he's currently there, but he's also part of the regime that's not doing well. Southgate is the heavy links. The new owners apparently want Southgate. I think Southgate would also be hilarious because I don't think Southgate's very good. I certainly don't think he's very good at club management and can take a club like Man United to the next level. Get Ollie back at the wheel. Love that. It's waistcoat, so drab. Yeah, Southgate, lol. Yeah, Harry Potter. As neutral fans, we want to keep Ten Hag. I agree. Because for as long as Ten Hag's there, Man United aren't winning stuff in terms of titles or Champions League for me. Rooney had a good result at Plymouth yesterday, I think. Oh, thank you, the Archbishop of Banterbury. Yeah, the Sunday morning stuff is going to continue. Where's Mourinho? He's having a good time in Turkey, isn't he, Mourinho? So that's where he is. Thomas Tuchel. I like that shout. Genuinely, from all the names on this list for the United job right here, right now, I think Tuchel will be a success. Tuchel, the guy that won the Champions League with Chelsea, of course. Big Sam in there. Don't know about that. What's gone wrong at United then? No identity. I still can't tell you how Man United play football under Ten Hag. You see managers like Hersler come into Brighton or Maresca come into Chelsea, and straight away, all neutral fans that have just seen a little bit of them can tell you roughly how they play. They can give you the top line summary of they go with the high press or they use wide forwards and keep a flat back, whatever. Like, it's very easy to show an identity to certain football clubs within weeks or months. Ten Hag has been at United how long? And we still don't know their identity. I can't tell you how United really play. Like, even under Ollie, I was like, okay, yeah, they love to split strikers and counter-attack. And it worked for them at times, especially in big games, to be fair. It's just not happening. Something's just not right. And Ten Hag would have got sacked at the end of last season. Without shadow of a doubt, he gets sacked last season if United don't win the FA Cup. But they beat City in the FA Cup final. Because of that, he got a bit more time. But he's going to be out. He's going to be out. Thank you for all your suggestions. There is a strategy. Just throw long balls to Rashford and Garnacho and pray. I'm not even sure they do that well. And again, even with selection, like, is Garnacho first choice? No one knows. So look, the Spurs game today, we saw points across the board, didn't we? Kulusevski, Van der Ven, Brennan mopping up in the bonus points. Solanke gets his goal, but no bonus. We did see yellow cards for Jed Spence, Pedro Porro and Johnson. We saw a clean sheet for Pedro Porro. There's a fair few owners there. But look, Johnson, I think that's 4 goals in the last 4, I think. He's doing well. He's doing very, very well. Man United, yellow cards across the board, and Bruno will miss the next 3 Premier League games. Yeah, I'd love Simeone. I don't think Simeone's leaving Atletico. You know, he's the highest paid club manager in the world, Simeone. FPL, I like Garnacho too, but we just don't know he's nailed. Like today, it was Garnacho Rashford. Game week 5 was Garnacho Ahmad. Game week 4 was Rashford Ahmad. Like, he doesn't know his best 11. He doesn't know his best 11. In terms of the data, I got this from the Scout members area. XG 4.63 versus 0.8. Yeah, it was dominant from Spurs, and we can see there the XG plot. The bigger circles, the bigger XG chances. But clearly, it was all Spurs, pretty much from start to finish. Very, very good performance. Yeah, how are we getting on? Who are we praying for in the next 24 hours or so? Tyler Dibbling for some, yeah, Semenyo for others. Early moves, I'm not sure I'm a fan. There's a lot of football this week. There's Champions League, remember. Did we all watch the Ipswich Villa game? I didn't, because I didn't want to watch Watkins and Rodgers get points. I checked my phone, 40 minutes in, and it was Rodgers and Watkins that got the points. But the lap came up big time. Big time. Look at this. This is the XG plot. Aston Villa weren't great. And this is partly why I was happy to back against Aston Villa, because when I saw Aston Villa in game week 5 against Wolves, I think it was, for the first 70 minutes, they were shocking. And I thought, actually, they're not as good as we perhaps think. And then they came on, and Duran and Barkley come off the bench, and it's a different game. I think we saw Bailey off the bench as well in game week 5. And it changed the game. But this, again, we look at Ipswich and we go, hang on a minute. At half-time, they're pretty much level for XG. And at full-time, Ipswich had the bigger chances. They absolutely deserved the draw, Ipswich. Some might argue they deserved more than that. 1.78 XG versus 1.02. Fair play, but how did the team shape up, and how does this impact us moving forward? Well, we'll come back to the average XG positions and the shot positions. But in terms of how they set up, it's still Rodgers off Watkins. Rodgers did go off with a tight hamstring. We don't know if that's a big hamstring injury or a little one. It could be a game out. It could be no games out. It could be a month out. Like, who knows with hamstrings? Have to be really, really careful. Hey, FPL Rowie, thank you for joining. And thank you to everyone, by the way. There's 340 of you in. If you want to show support for the channel in general, you can subscribe to the channel. And today, 5 subscribers are going to get a free membership. So stay tuned for that. We'll give those out in the next 20 minutes or so. And also, if you want to show your appreciation by hitting the like button, I would love to get to 200 likes. I reckon we can get there. We can get to 200 likes, can't we? So just hit that button if you fancy. Let's do a poll how people did this week. Yeah, good one, CH. I like that suggestion. Okay, so in terms of the current poll running, 44% of you think Ten Hag will be sacked in the next 30 days. Start a poll. How many FPL points are you on? Okay. CH's suggestions were 40 and on, yeah, sub 40. Oh, God. There's going to be a lot on sub 40, I think. So we go sub 40. We go 40 to 50. Yeah. 51 to 60. 61 plus. Oh, God. I'm sub 40. Should I have done a sub 30? Because I'm not far from that. Okay, so look, in terms of shape, Villa set up well. They look like they're a team that would probably keep some clean sheets, but they actually don't manage clean sheets. And it's very rare we see them at Villa. I think they've maybe got one this season with Onana and Tielemans in there. You'd think that's good screening, but maybe Kamara needs to come in. And again, you look at the fullbacks like Konza, right back should be good for them. Jacob Ramsey's getting game time on the left. Remember, McGinn is injured, and Bailey down the right is always a threat. But Rodgers off Watkins are the 2 obvious FPL picks. In terms of Ipswich, we have to look at Ipswich because, look, they are starting to score goals. Leif Davis, by the way, the left back we all heard loads about, look how high he is. Leif Davis, average position, is pretty much the same as their number 10, Amari Hutchinson. And Leif Davis is a left back. It is genuinely worth noting that. He's 4.5 million. He's going to get attacking returns soon. Ogbene, we remember from Luton, running up and down that right-hand side. But Liam Delap, fair play. You don't get many touches. You don't need to because you're scoring goals. Liam Delap, another 2 goals today, is a proper cheap enabler for those that are looking for a budget forward. You could do a lot worse than Liam Delap. In terms of price point, he is 5.5 million. He is 1.5% owned. Now, one problem with Liam Delap is he plays for Ipswich. Doesn't matter. He's scoring goals and he's now getting 90. Today was the first time he got 90 minutes. The big issue with him before, you might have said, oh, he's had a 72, a 58. Is he getting hooked too early? 90 minutes of Liam Delap is absolutely prime. And it's one to consider at that price point. Obviously, similar price points like a Raul Jimenez, who's also scoring goals. So look, when we look at that game, 15 shots Ipswich clocked, 7 Aston Villa, and the XG, it's not bad. It's not bad for Ipswich. They're producing 1.7 XG against teams like Villa. They might just have enough to stay up with that level of chance creation. But of course, they'll be a different beast away from home. They won't be as good. So let's bear that in mind too. Guys, some awesome scores. Train wreck was a train wreck for many, but some awesome scores. 84 points there, well played. And in terms of the poll, how we're going, yeah, the vast majority of you are like 40 to 50 points. But look, 25% of you on 61, and look, 20%-ish, 40 and under. That's me. God, that's bad. So where were we? I'm also going to touch on some of yesterday's games, so stay tuned for that as well. Very keen to get to some of yesterday's games. So we saw Spurs and Brentford. Now, for those that watched me this morning, you would have seen me touch on this when I reviewed Saturday's games. But hang on, Spurs versus Brentford. That wasn't yesterday. Gianni's definitely done something wrong there. Let's remove that image and bring a new image on of this morning's games. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. Yesterday's games, we saw Man City lose out. Yeah, lose out to Newcastle in XG. That is rare. We do not often see that. Would you play Mikalenko? Let me show you his average position map in just a second. Brentford, West Ham looked like a real ball draw, proper low XG there. We did, however, see Vandenberg starting at right back. He is 4 million, Vandenberg. Nice average position. Brian Mbeumo central down the middle. Kevin Schade just off him. And Lewis Potter always a threat down that left-hand side. Chelsea absolutely smashed it. They're going to be so fun in attack. And if you can't reach Cole Palmer, should you look at Jadon Sancho with his couple of assists? Should you look at Madueke? Well, maybe. They're not going to get 90, these guys, but I don't think that matters. And then, yeah, Everton versus Crystal Palace. I want to show you Mikalenko's average position. It's not bad. Him and Ashley Young are allowed to get forward, and they do provide the width because Ndai and Lindstrom, the two wide men, are actually quite narrow. I think Mikalenko's going to start getting clean sheets too. And when you look at the XG conceded yesterday, that they conceded quite a bit of XG from set pieces, Everton, 1.02. But in open play, Crystal Palace only produced 0.21. Everton look like they're a team that are starting on their journey for clean sheets. And therefore, with the fixtures in mind, I do quite like Mikalenko for clean sheets moving forward. Forest, Fulham, Fulham the better team. They're doing that a lot against middling opposition. Fulham seem to be pretty dominant. They smashed Newcastle last week and then a good win against Forest. Forest disappointing because at home you fancy them quite often. But it wasn't pretty. They played Awani and Chris Wood. It meant no Hudson-Odoi and Elanga. And then Wolves, Liverpool. Liverpool doing what Liverpool do. They weren't pretty. They weren't the best, but they still clocked 2 XG, scored a couple of goals. Salah, Jota, just great FPL options, aren't they? Luis Diaz didn't really show up, but perhaps didn't need to. Not yesterday. Gravenberch, by the way, was player of the match. Konate, of course, with the goal as well, was really good. He had a wobbly 20 minutes, but other than that, he was really good. Arsenal. XG total 6.08. Arsenal-Leicester should have been an absolute rout. Leicester shouldn't have scored. If you went double Arsenal defence, I think you got a little bit unlucky. If you went double Arsenal attack, you got massively unlucky. You should have had way more from Havertz's and Saka's. And look, when we look at Saka on the left-hand side here and Havertz central, loads of penalty area touches. These average position maps are absolutely brilliant. And both, you could argue, should and could have had so many more points. This is from the Scout members area, by the way, guys. This is the half space plots of all the passes in the half spaces in and around the box. Look how many Arsenal had, 1, 3, 3. These passes are what often causes goals and high chance creation and shot volume. And look at Leicester in those spaces, 8. And that's my team. It's poor. It's poor. Saka 3 bonus, no return. Yeah. And it is, remember, we are getting to the point now, 15 minutes post game, where bonus points are going to lock in. Bonus points will lock in. So are we going to get... I'm guessing bonus points a lot. So let me check. Because I want to see Saka's. Yeah, it looks like it. 39, still there. Let's see. I'm sure you guys in the chat can let us know. I'm going to check live FPL for my rank. Oh, it's going to start with a 4, isn't it? Wow. 4,400,000. Oh, Ollie Watkins and Rogers. My big decision, right? My big decision going into the deadline, like I'd pretty much made my Rye decision, I'd made my Havertz and double attack decision. My big one was, do I keep Diaz? Do I go Diaz and DCL in my starting 11? Or do I go Watkins instead of Diaz and start Rogers? If I go the Diaz DCL option, Rogers is benched. If I go for the Watkins option, Rogers is in the 11. Now, how many points did those players get? So Diaz got 2 and Calvert-Lewin 1. So that's 3 points versus Watkins 11 plus what did Rogers get? 7. So that's 18. So that's a 15-point swing just in that one decision. Brutal. I do, however, of course, there's a game tomorrow night. Bonus won't be locked until tomorrow. Yeah, you're right. Thank you, Dan the man. I'm a moron. Hey, tomorrow night comes hope, because with that, I have Semenyo playing. I just need how many points from Semenyo to get a green arrow? 19. No pressure. Imagine. All of us in the Semenyo boat. Yeah, to be fair, so many got him, haven't they? Right. How many points am I on? Let me check. All right, 349. Cry. And I'm not even going to talk about my other wildcard drafts, which had McNeil and Sancho and players like that in. Yeah. It was bad. It was real bad. I'm going to give away 5 memberships. I did say that, didn't I? To win a membership, you need to be subscribed already. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And 5 of you will become channel members. That's right. The other thing I wanted to mention in today's show, because this show is sponsored by Sleeper. Now, many of you are familiar with Sleeper. And if you're not, I'm giving away weekly prizes. Yeah. Every week, someone in my Sleeper Pick'em League will win a £100 Amazon voucher or a PS5 every single game week. Season-long MacBook, monthly prize for members, £100 Amazon voucher. So this game week 7, all you got to do is go onto the app, scan the QR code on screen, or click the description, and all you got to do is guess the results of the 10 games: home, draw, away. It's that simple. It takes 10 seconds to enter, takes 20 seconds to download, takes 10 seconds to sign up. It's free. There's no gambling, no crypto, and I'm genuinely giving away prizes every single week. So join Sleeper if you haven't already, guys. There is a link in the description, or you can scan the QR code. Some weeks it will look like this. I'll be giving away a PS5. Other weeks it will look like this: £100 Amazon voucher. It's free to play. It's really easy. It's really, really easy. And look, monthly prizes as well for channel members and the season long. Yeah, so many things to like. Where were we? Man United managers. It's going to be Van Nistelrooy, isn't it? I don't think Southgate's going to want to take that job straight away. I don't think so. Do I think Foden for the next few game weeks? Too risky. Let's see how fit he is. I'm 1974. You can't scan my QR code. Okay, you can still probably click the link in the description though. I wouldn't be selling Saka for Palmer this week, I don't think. Yeah, Semenya had to, we love. Oh, there you go, Ben. You might win. You might win. We're going to give away some channel memberships very, very soon. Want to swap teams, G? Don't tempt me. I'm not going to check how I did pre-wildcard team. It's dangerous. Andy says the Man United board would like Southgate. Yeah, they would. Mark Goldridge is United manager. Yeah, there you go. Just click the link. Yeah. And once you're in, guys, you can chat with me on Sleeper. So let's see how many of you have just joined. Because it comes up in my live chat. There we go. Amazon Z and Super Strikers has just joined. Newbies. So, Bruno. Oh, Holly Shan's in the house. Holly says, "Hey mate, so I'm late. I'm excited to record FPL Green Room shortly." That's right, Holly. We are going to be recording our Game Week 7 pod, which will be out at like silly o'clock tomorrow morning. So if you're not already familiar with FPL Green Room, perhaps you should be. Who here in the chat has heard of FPL Green Room? Just out of interest, if you've heard of FPL Green Room, have you heard of it? Have you listened to it? Because it's a podcast. It's also on YouTube. So you can listen every Monday morning if you're on iTunes, Spotify, all that jazz. But likewise, YouTube, you can just subscribe to our YouTube channel. We drop the pod on YouTube as well. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So look, we only have 274 subscribers. Can 25 of you subscribe to FPL Green Room right now? And we'll see if we can get to 300. We drop this weekly pod. It's a 45-minute chat between me and Holly. We chat about Maliki listens every Monday. Good man, Maliki. So what do we chat about? We chat about Troll of the Week. We talk about our game weeks. We talk about the data from Holly. We talk about the eye test from me. We talk about our team reveals and our early thoughts for the game week ahead. We talk about captaincy. And then we also talk about a little bit about our parenting hacks as well. It's loads of fun. FPL Green Room. I think you'll like it. Heard about it? No, not heard about it. There you go, Savio. You know what to do. I'll put in the chat FPL Green Room. Well, you can see it on screen. All you got to do right now is open a new tab and check it out. But likewise, if you're on your phone, just go into your podcast platforms and go iTunes, FPL Green Room, or Spotify, FPL Green Room. Yeah, really easy. There you go, guys. Look at you subbing already. Thanks, team. Look, I think we should do some channel membership, shouldn't we? Thank you all for. Tiggy says safe QR code reader should work. Yeah, if you're struggling with the QR code for Sleeper, it's on screen now. So you can get your phone out and scan. But look, guys, I'm going to give away 5 channel memberships. So if you want to win a membership, all you got to do right now is to qualify for winning, you've got to subscribe and put a comment in the chat. And randomly, YouTube will give 5 comments in the chat a membership. That's how it does it. So get active in the chat. Like, tell me all how rubbish at FPL I am, or tell me all who's going to get the most points next game week, or tell me all where in the world you're watching from, and spam the chat, because 5 of you in the next 60 seconds will be given a free channel membership. But to qualify, you have to have subscribed. So hit the subscribe button, and I think you have to like as well. I'm pretty sure that's the thing. If you haven't hit the like button, it won't give you the membership. It doesn't like that, YouTube. There you go. You're spamming nicely. Spam sandwich time. There we go. We want some emojis by your names, don't we? And you're going to get an emoji by your name if you're a channel member. So, guys, this is your, I don't know, 30-ish second warning. There you go. CH, thank you for putting that on screen in the chat. I need to go find that now, don't I? Oh, wow. You're spamming hard, guys. You're spamming hard. Let me stop this. How can I stop it? I can only stop it by, I don't know, gifting some memberships. Who got them? Who got them? Paolo got one. What do channel members get, by the way? Like, oh, channel membership's that great. Well, do you even want one? I hope you do. I hope you do want one because you're going to get extra videos. You're going to get all your questions answered at any point on any of my videos or in the live chat. Like you guys will know, I bring up all the comments from channel members all the time. So if you're a channel member, guys, extra content, there'll be a video dropping tomorrow. Might even be part of a dog walk. Yeah, out and about vids quite often. So, guys, thank you. Hopefully, the 5 of you that won are happy with that. And commiserations for those that didn't win. Yeah, Paolo got one. Thank you so much. No worries. Yeah, Kev got one as well. You know you got one because you got emojis by your name. It was never Shawnee. Sorry, Shawnee. Look, Ipswich got a good draw for you, though, didn't they? Kev, looks like you did get one. You've got an emoji by your name. Maybe you have. Guys, that's been loads of fun. I'm going to love you and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. I will be back with another video tomorrow. I hope to chat with you very, very soon. Thanks, guys. On your way out, thank you for hitting the like button. Thank you for subscribing. And we'll see you soon. #10Hag out.